Wait, good day, real fam. Good day, good day, good day to you. Good day to you, real fam. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the Midday Glory with myself. Real talk with Ntabi. Real talk with Ntabi. So, Real Talk with Ntabi, of course, is a channel where you can expect everything empowerment and transformation. On this channel, we aim to empower each other, to help ourselves to really find a way to become the best version of ourselves. Today's video is another amazing video where we are actually taking boss moves. So it's quite important for us to always have a good balance in terms of us engaging about motivation and at the same time engaging about business, as to how we can build ourselves, how we can strive in our businesses, how we can better ourselves, better brands. So if you've never joined our lives, or you've never joined or watched any of my videos, my name is Ntabi. I am a brand builder. I'm a designer. Designing websites, logos, banner is my passion. I'm very passionate about building brands, and I've worked with quite a number of brands that I can successfully say that they really have managed to execute their brands the best way possible. And I share my knowledge or share my insights or my 2 cents mainly about digital marketing, on design, and on entrepreneurship, and whatever the knowledge that I acquire, I try by all means to just spread it out and share with someone else who might somehow feel like, oh my word, I feel like I need to know certain things. So my duty is to somehow see how we can help each other. So I want my message to show. So I'm hoping that it shows, but the lighting is not liking where it is, but it's all good. So basically, I share my knowledge on just about anything that I'm able to do. And I am real. I'm not about just saying something that I'm not sure of or anything like that. And I love digital marketing. If there's something that I love, it's definitely digital marketing. And I discovered that I love digital marketing. I think this was about 4 or 5 years ago, if not 4. That's when I worked for a media agency. Yeah, I think that was the time. I worked for a media agency and media and advertising agency rather. And I got an opportunity to manage, a specific brand, an international brand, to work with them remotely and do all the digital stuff. And from that moment on, I was like, oh my word, this is my passion. I actually love digital marketing. So yeah, that is me basically in a nutshell. And of course, I'm also like a public speaker. So you can expect a bit of motivation every now and again, not like almost every time, because that is what I'm basically about, all right? So on today's video, we are talking personal branding versus business branding. If you are not watching this, or if you were thinking of just stopping by and checking out and clicking out, please consider staying and watching this until the end, because this will be of importance to you. So I can promise you, you're going to benefit so much from this life, all right? So what is a personal brand? Let's start there. I think it's important for us to understand that there's a huge difference. Oh my word, where is my demo? I need to demonstrate something for you, and okay, there we go. I need to demonstrate something for you, so I needed to make sure that I have that item that I need to present to you with me. All right, so my explanation of branding is really not going to be something that is pretty generic and all that. I'm going to try to summarize it both on the business and on the personal side. Now, let's just, take a step back and revisit what's been happening in our country, what's been happening in the world. We realize that what you thought you knew or what you thought you could do has actually limits some way or one way or the other. And not having something like an online presence, you probably saw how it can affect your business, how it can affect your brand, right? So I need to clarify or just somehow give you an idea of like how important or the most powerful tool or the most important thing about understanding the two different branding, which is your personal and of course, which is your business brand. Now, at some point, I was confused with this point. I was confused as to what is a personal branding, what is business branding, how do I differentiate the two? Because what happened was I was constantly, obviously, working on my Real Talk with Ntabi, which is a brand on its own, and I would be working on IL Designs, which is also a brand on its own, right? So Real Talk with Ntabi is more of empowerment, transformation, motivational talks, doing campaigns and all of that, right? And then IL Designs on the other side is where now your digital boss comes in, where entrepreneurship seminars comes in, where designing of a business card, logos, websites, and just creating brand for other people comes, right? Or clients, companies, whatever. All right, so I needed to somehow find a way to really differentiate my brands and differentiate them, but still not necessarily lose out on, like, for example, who am I engaging with, who is taking into account what I'm doing and all of that. So I needed to make sure that I am able to differentiate the two, and not just differentiate the two, but still have like one tone in terms of what I'm trying to achieve. One tone, what I mean by one tone is that it's important for you as a brand or as a personality, as a specific brand or whatever category that your brand would fall in. It's important for you to have a tone in your business. Know the tone that you're using, know how you engage with your clients, know exactly how you interact with them. So that is something that is quite important. All right. Now, this is what happened. I'm going to tell you about what happened. When was it? I think it was 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, or a year ago, when I actually happened to be in the entrepreneurship. I think it was as a startup grind seminar or conference kind of thing, where they had Vusi Tembekwa, who's a global speaker, and of course other engaging business people that were there. And I somehow needed to ask the question as to how do I make sure that I market both my brands? How do I make sure that me as a brand, I'm still able to represent my design business and my inspirational or empowerment business, my, Real Talk with Ntabi and IL Designs? How do I still continue to use the two and work on the two and not necessarily confuse people? Because something again about branding is that you often get to confuse your clients or your audience. And how do you confuse them? You confuse them if, for example, today you are sharing content about this, and then the next day you're sharing content about that. It's like they don't know what's happening. So now, one thing that you have to realize, like, for example, if you're like me, you have built two brands, which is IL Designs and Real Talk with Ntabi. Understand that it's not just 2 brands, it's 3 brands now, because you also are in the middle and you are part of the brand, all right? So you are part of the brand, and then you are the third party in it, okay? So I'll put you in the middle to say, okay, so this is your first established brand, and then on the other side is your other established brand, and inside in the middle is yourself. So meaning you now are the most important person when it comes to building your brand. How are you important? Why am I saying you're important? You're important because you need to market or communicate on behalf of your brands to just about anyone, right? So I needed to find out, how can I do that better? How can I make sure that I engage my clients better and all that? So that's when I actually decided to ask that question. And I think what Vositembekwayo said to me, he said that it's important for you to understand that you are a brand. You need to make sure that when a person goes to like your website, your personal website, for example, they get to know exactly who you are, what you're about. So meaning when I tell people about myself, I should also indicate the fact that I am not just Ntabi, Real Talk with Ntabi, whatever. I have a YouTube, whatever. I also have to emphasize that I am a founder of a design agency, and not just a founder. I should clarify the work that I do. So this is me not talking about actually titles, because titles don't matter, guys. Titles don't matter. So if you're going to engage people and somehow feel like when you tell them that you are a founder of a specific company, it's like the best thing in the world, no, there's no such. Your work should be able to speak, and you should know what you're offering. It's one thing to say you are the founder of a specific company, but yet we cannot see the work that you're doing. You get me? So that is where I am in this regard. So that is what I want us to look into. So now, when Vusi said that, and I also reverted back to his website, and what I noticed on his website is that Vusi has his own website, which is VT. Vusi Tembekwayo and all that. And he also has all his details, all the details about his business, the growth fund, like all these other things that he's doing. So you are able to land into a website and see all of those things. So that's what I needed to do. That's what I needed to do. So yeah, that's what I managed to actually do. And I then decided, okay, business cards, would I recommend that you consider doing business card at this day and age? You can, but it's, try to go more digital, because sometimes you will invest so much money in designing this, but you are always working remotely or working indoors, and you're not working with people from the outside, or you're just communicating with them via email, whatever. So depending on the nature of your business, if you are more into entertainment, you can consider printing business cards. If you are in catering business, beauty business, whatever, where you get to somehow meet with like a good number of people, then you can consider printing out business card. But other than that, I would suggest that you just go the route of just doing digital. But anyway, I think this is mainly because of what's currently happening in terms of like obviously the pandemic, and it's like most people are not seeing eye to eye, like they're not meeting in one space, in conferences, or even if it's a conference, sometimes it's just an intimate meeting where they make sure that instead of having like 20 people, they cut down to like 5 or 6 people. So sometimes I feel like it might not be necessary, but just to make an example. So what I had done with my business card, because the whole idea was, Real Talk with Ntabi as a brand, and as someone who will be doing public speaking and all that, it has to market IL designs. So meaning wherever I go, when I speak, when I give get to be given an opportunity to motivate, to inspire, and all of that, I need to also make sure that I make time to talk about my business, to sell my business. All right. So that is something that I think if you're out there, you might need to take into account, to say one of your businesses really has to market the other. And if you are the main voice, you need to make sure that you market. All right. So I ended up making sure that I have two business cards, 2-in-1 basically. So basically this is two business cards in just one card. Okay. On just one card. Is it in or on? So if you know my design company, you will notice this logo. So this is IL Designs. This is all the information about my branding, what I'm offering, and all of that, and where you can locate me. All of those details are there. All right. And then when you turn the card, you also see another card, which is now more about the public speaking and entrepreneurship business that I'm doing, and obviously the talks that I do at different events and all of that. So I was able to now market myself twice in a go. Like I'm able to now market my business and still market my personal brand and market my business brand at the same time. And it still does not take away or confuse people, because they realize that, okay, this person is also doing this part, but they have also interest in doing 1, 2, 3, or they have a business in 1, 2, 3. So that is just an example to say, when you market yourself, when you have two different businesses, two different brands that you're doing, understand that you've got those two different brands and then you are in the middle. So if there are two, you are in the middle. And if you're in the middle, it means that you have a lot of work to do in terms of marketing this one and marketing the other one. So like, for example, right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm marketing both. I'm marketing Real Talk with Ntabi, and I'm also marketing IL Designs. That's why you would often see me even like advertising like the services that I offer, for example. Let me play that. Let's take a little break. Awesome. So you saw that, right? That is an advert or a promo video from my business brand that I'm marketing. And where am I now? I'm actually now representing what my personal brand, which is Real Talk with Ntabi, right? And I'm able to also include what my business brand and market it. All right. So that's the difference. All things woman for his glory. Hey sis, welcome. So good to see you. Hope you're having an amazing day. So today we're talking about the difference between personal and business branding. So right now, oopsie, I dropped something. So before you joined in, I was just summarizing the fact that I had decided to make sure that I have both my brands on a business card. So meaning when you check one side is more of my public speaking, my YouTube channel, my whatnot, and then on the other side is IL Designs. All right, that's that. So both of those. So yeah, but okay, just to disturb you, I love your earrings. Thank you so much, my queen. Thank you so much. And by the way, I actually sell these earrings. So you know what? I think it's high time I make sure that the shop is up and running so that you guys can buy even online, you know? So it's going to be up and running. So this is part of my Booby brand collection. Thank you so much. If you're interested in getting them, I can try and organize that. We'll just see how best we can do it. All right. Awesome stuff. Awesome. But you are in Mpumalanga. Hey, the delivery will cost me. But you know what? It might not. It might not. What do you call this? Postnet. So Postnet, if I believe that there's a Postnet in Mpumalanga. So Postnet to Postnet can actually also be a good option if maybe we want to look at a better costing for the delivery and all that. So I would post them using Postnet, and then you can go to the nearest Postnet in your area and collect them. How's that? So think about it. Okay, says, we'll DM you on Instagram. Postnet is cheap. Yes, most definitely. Postnet is cheaper. I've actually used it for a couple of my clients on t-shirts, and yeah, so most definitely. Awesome. We will speak on Instagram about it then. Thank you so much for that. All right, so where was I? You see, we're talking business now. All right, so you're just on time. Funny enough, or coincidentally enough, you're just on time. I think I was just firstly giving an overview of the branding and the personal and the business branding. Now I'm getting to the nuggets, the real points when it comes to how to make a personal brand. Now, so the first thing that you need to note when you make your personal brand is, I'll put it down here. Let's see. Know who you are. So for you to be able to make your personal brand, it's important to know who you are. And knowing who you are is that question of, okay, when someone has to walk into the room and greet you, how are you going to introduce yourself? How are you going to explain who you are? What are you going to say to them? So that is basically it when it comes to making your personal brand. And also knowing who you are is a matter of, what are you known for, or what do you want to be known for? Because I think something, again, that we need to take into account in terms of branding is that we should not focus a lot on the fact that, oh my word, I do a lot of things and everything. I'm all over the place. You need to identify what you want to be known for. I'll make an example. So with my Real Talk with Ntabi, I would do campaigns and like sanitary towels campaigns. And I even have a nickname called hashtag Ubabes for my pets. So I marketed that a lot to a point where my social platforms were just flooded with everything campaign, and that is not what I wanted to be known for, mainly because as much as it's part of my brand, I also need people to know more about my business. And as much as that is a non-profit organization, it means that for me to work on it is just a matter of obviously having to approach sponsors or engage audience and all that. But in the business side, I need to market business so that I can get more business type of thing, So I had to make sure that I identify what I want to be known for. I do want to be known for someone who has a foundation that helps out the communities or disadvantaged places, so that potential sponsors can identify what I do. But at the same time, I don't want to be fully known for that part only. People need to know that I have a business, I run a business, and I offer services like 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is quite important. All right, I had to differentiate it. So that was how I was able to create a point where people get to know me for the work that I do. But obviously in the long run, what happens, or what usually happens, is that it becomes one umbrella. People who already know you, who already knew all the things that you're doing, they will somehow have an idea that, okay, this isn't Tabi, she does this and that. I forgot that I have a drink. By the way, I'm not having tea. I'm actually having, what is this? It's like a vitamin powder. So I mix it with water just to get my energy levels going. It's not an energy drink. It's more like an immune booster type of thing, or energy booster. You see how your Barocca works, kind of thing, something like that. So yeah, know who you are. Knowing who you are when it comes to your personal brand is very important, because it's very personal, and at the same time there has to be some kind of identity. It's not like you are just living your life for the sake of living and all of that. So the fact that you are building a specific brand that you would want people to know or establish, then it's important for you to understand that knowing who you are in terms of what you want to put across, the message that you want to put across to other people. Because the minute you say, I am building a personal brand, it means that you are now going to a level where you're going to expose your brand to other audiences for a specific reason. It can be a reason for obviously collaborating, doing branding work, being an influencer, or being a public speaker, or just being an ambassador of some sort. And there has to be something. There has to be something. So you can't just say, I want to create a personal brand, but I just don't know where to start, or I don't know what it is, what that will be for. I know for a fact that I work for a company, but I want a personal brand, but I don't know why. So you need to have a reason why you need to have a personal brand. Okay, so that's important. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know what you want to be known for. I think knowing who you are is one thing, but knowing what you want to be known for, and to be known for by the people that you are aiming to attract, your audience, and the community that you're building, and your future engagements, your future future collaboration with other creators, whether it's around content creation or something like that. So yeah, that is that. Oh, I see. I'm glad you see it, honey. I'm glad you see it. I'm glad that you understand it. Absolutely. Know who you are. It's important for you to know who you are and know what you want to be known for. Because you can just say, I know who I am this, I am that, but what do you want to be known for? So it's the same thing as me having two brands that I've created. It's a question of, what do I want to be known for? Do I want to be known as a YouTuber? Do you want to be known? That's why when I present myself, I don't say like I'm a YouTuber or whatever. I'm a content creator. And when you think of content creation, it can be broad, because as much as I'm a content creator, there's still more that I'm doing. I'm not just a YouTuber. There are so many parts of it. I'm an influencer. I create campaigns. I work with brands. I also have my own company that I get to promote and that I get to be the face of. So I'm an ambassador of my own company as well. You get my point? So there's just so many things. So when you explain yourself to an audience, do make sure that you somehow have a clear indication of how best you can do it. All right. Do you design logos? Yes, my queen, I design logos. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go to my website now and share the screen so that you can see the work that I do. Let me share that with you so that you can see. So this is IL Designs. This is my website. So whenever you land here, please make sure that you put your details so that we can keep in touch, so that I can have you on my database, okay? All right, so this is my website, and the services that I offer, of course, is, okay, all right, let me come to this part. So this is us. IL Design is the creative approach, is a creative design and marketing agency offering branding solutions. So your brand is important to us. We make sure that you get the best designs relevant to your targeted market and in line with the latest trends and technology. Because digital marketing is what? Is the future. So we believe that you deserve a content creator today, and we are here to give you that creative approach. So we, like, in terms of content creator, in terms of, like, for example, if you want your social media platforms to be managed and all that, we are here. So there are endless opportunities. Let's bring the A game to your requests. When you bring your A game, magic happens. So I'm ready to work when you are. So some of our services that we do is social media and marketing, digital design, marketing, and digital design and marketing, website design and development, domain hosting, logo design. You see it? Logo design. There it is. Digital adverts, branding, brand awareness, photography, and video promotion. So that is us in a nutshell. And then you can find us on Instagram, IL Designs. You will be able to even see some of the work that I do, that we do. So there's just a couple of designs that you're going to see. It can give you an idea of what we do. All right. So I think I can end it there. Okay. Before I end it there, you can also click here in a case of you wanting rate cards. So this is IL Design's current rate card for 2021. So, like, for example, if you want a responsive website, you are going to pay 3,300 depending on more requests. If there's more requests, or if you want like a shopping or a shopping cart or an online shop, then the price will vary. We obviously do hosting as well, and our logo design is 1,000 rand. At the moment, it might increase soon, so the sooner you design yours, the better. Social media marketing as well. So this is a rate card. I'm just browsing through so that you can consider going into the website and downloading this rate card and keeping it for yourself in a case of you needing some of our services. All right, so that is the answer I have for you, my lady. I hope that you managed to see that. Thank you so much for that question. All right, so where were we? All right, we're done with knowing who you are, right? We're done with that part. So the next part is identify your target audience. I don't know how many times we stressed this part. I think we've spoken about this part for the longest time. We spoke about this the longest time, and you know very well that this is something that is quite important when it comes to you building yourself, when it comes to you growing and building your community. So identify your targeted audience. So in terms of target audience, like, for example, let me make a simple example. The fact that I sell earrings, who is most likely to wear earrings between women and men? Women, right? And which age are most likely to like this type of earrings? It could be from what? Maybe 18 to 40, 50, 65. It can just be anyone from that age, even 15 or 16 for that matter. Some of the teenagers do love this kind of designs and all of that. So already I know that, okay, if I had to target an audience, I know that I will target women. But now targeting or specifying the age group is one thing, right? That's the first part. The second part, I also need to identify that, okay, do these people love this kind of things? Like, are they more into fashion and whatnot? Because you also need to understand the character or the personality of a person. Like, guys, identifying your target audience is a job and a half. It's a job and a half because it honestly makes you go deeper in terms of knowing who your audience are. And unfortunately, that's the route that you have to take. Else, you won't really know your people. You won't know who you are selling to or who you're marketing to. So it's quite important for us to take note of that. All right, guys? That is very important. And of course, identifying your audience also plays a role in terms of where your people are based. So like right now, I'm talking to All Things Women for His Glory. This is someone who is where? In Mpumalanga. So it's a question, okay, so she is in Mpumalanga. So if I had to do work for her, or if I had to market or target her, how will I best serve her wherever she is? Is it an issue of me making sure, like we had a conversation just now, in terms of the earrings and how we can make sure that we get them shipped to her and all of that? So it's quite important to ask yourself those things. How will you best serve, people geographically? Where are they? Or at this current moment, where are you offering your services? Are you focused on just South Africa? Are you focused on like all the countries? Are you focused on a particular province only? For example, if you feel like I don't want to take my work out of this province, so you want to just focus on just Gauteng province, is that how you're going to go about it? So ask yourself all of those things, and once you have that answer, you will somehow have an indication of how you can best serve your clients, all right, or your audience. This is interesting. I'm glad that you're finding it interesting. So I probably overloaded you with information when I went to the site and show you all of that. But yeah, you can just go in there your own time and just go and see the kind of work that I do, or even just go to Instagram, search for IL Designs, because I know that we are mostly active on Instagram. Check that out. You can click on the website link from there. It's available. And then you can, see the work that I do. If you have any other questions or you have requests, then we can engage further. And yeah, we are all good like that. We are all good like that. All right. Thank you for that question, by the way. By the way, when I design a logo, something that I think I need to point out is that designing a logo for me is not just designing a logo. I make sure that the design, and this goes for just about any design that I do for my clients, I make sure that it really meets a client's requirements in terms of what they do, and it speaks a language of what they're doing. So that's basically what I often focus on doing when it comes to, building my clients' brands. All right. Okay, so let's go to the next point. Make your online presence felt. Yes, this one is very important. And how do you make your online presence to be felt? How do you make your online presence, look at my lipstick. How do you make okay, before I answer, let me see your comment. Okay, this is so eye-opening. I'm super glad. That's why I'm here. I'm here for that, my queen. I'm here for that. So make your online presence felt. So it's important that when a person goes to Google and go and search for you, they get to find out who you are, what you're about, where you're going. You get my point? So please make sure that you make sure that your presence is actually felt, and felt in a positive way, felt in a way that you want to be known for, or you want to be identified as, because it's easy to trend online or just be popular online, but for different things, not what you want to be known for. So try by all means to try and fill the gap of moving away from just putting out content that will not somehow sell you. So you want to make sure that before a person can even meet you, they already know a lot about you by just going into the internet, looking out for you and all of that, or looking for your details and all of that. All right. So I think that's very important. And also, it means that for your online presence to be felt, it means that consistency is also part of it. Because if you're consistent in terms of what you do, or what you're about, or what your brand represents, then it means that you will push whatever it takes. You will push as much as you can. You will push so much work so that you don't get to be left out in terms of people not even seeing your work or even understanding what you do or what you're about. So make sure that you constantly you become consistent in the work that you're doing. You become memorable, and I think that's the right word. You become memorable because the more you keep working on your craft, the more you keep working on your brand, the more you will see more engagements, more people having more interest in being a part of your platforms and all of that. I mean, my consistency has shown that I actually can, build a good audience, because slowly but surely, a lot of people are identifying that, okay, this is Real Talk with Ntabi. She does 1, 2, 3. And if you also engage on other people's platforms, you build that online presence, and your online presence is going to be felt because you are an engaging person. You are very active, and you are a vibe in terms of when engagements are happening, and not just on everything, on obviously your important areas that you want to focus on. All right, so that's it. That is that. So what is this? This is the last point for personal branding. All right, so the last point is launch your products or services. It's always important for you to somehow take advantage of the fact that you have built a community, you have built an engaging community. I mean, I can make an example with a couple of people that I got to see build or create or launch products or services from their platforms, or from the fact that they have built and grew an audience. Let me make an example with Yours channel. So Yours channel, she's a YouTuber. She obviously she resigned, and she quit her job to just focus on YouTube full time and all that. And she was mostly popular on hair content, beauty content type of thing. And then obviously in motivation, business vibes, property vibes, and all that. And then she decided to actually launch her products, which are called Yours Beauty. Yes, Yours Beauty. So she has like masks, she has syrups, or what oils, facial oils. She has scented candles, she has salts, bath salts, and all of that. She now has that product, and she has launched it, and it's successful. And I mean, you can imagine that the fact that she built an audience, even here on YouTube itself and her Instagram and other platforms, it actually means that, hey, this person has a good audience and they might be interested in buying 1, 2, 3. So my advice to you, if you see an opportunity for you to launch a product, to sell something, to offer a service, do it. I mean, right now, I basically just offered my services. Yes, we haven't sealed the deal yet or signed the deal as to if my client or my potential client is buying, or all of that. But I have basically just sold my services. So it's important for you to also look into that and see how the online space can actually benefit your work, your business. Because at the end of the day, guys, we are just not here to offer valuable content, but we also here to also find opportunities for us to somehow grow in other spaces or in other areas of our lives, and to actually see, okay, so what is it that interests my audience? Do they like this? Do they like what I'm offering? And all of that. What can I offer? And all of that. So it could be many reasons, but don't limit yourself and think that you will just sit with an idea. If you feel like there's a product that you think would actually be great for you to sell, and you know who your market is or who the people that you want to sell with are, if you know them, then you will make a plan and make it happen. That's what I'm saying. And make it happen. All right? All right. We're almost done. I think we're going to have this live stream. It's just going to be an hour. You know what? Today is one of those days, the busy days. Can I tell you what I did? If you can go to my Instagram stories, you'll see that earlier I actually spilled the coffee, and it almost spilled on my phone and on my laptop. Like, God saved the day. And of course I used the Clinipedia wipes. You will see. You can go to that to my Instagram, Real Talk with Ntabi, to see that story. Because I almost now lost the laptop and the phone. And yeah, I mean, if I lose those two, at least one, I'm able to somehow continue with work or whatever. But if I lose two, it's a problem. But luckily, none of them got. The coffee just split on the table. It did not touch it was just drops on the phone and on the laptop and my screen. So it wasn't that bad. Yeah, true. I'm glad that you're agreeing with me, okay? I'm glad that you're agreeing with me. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Let's move quicker because we are almost at an hour. So now we're talking about how to make a business brand, which is the second part of our engagement. All right. So the first point is define your brand. Okay. Define your brand. It's very important to define your brand, and especially if you're a business, something that you need to take note of is that when you're a business, you don't just work alone. You work with other businesses. Let me see. That's my worst fear, also, spilling water on you. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And something about me, that's why I always make sure that when I keep water, it's always sealed. I think the advantage of drinking water from a water bottle is that the minute you done taking a sip, you close it, and then even if you put it next to a laptop, the fact that it's closed, nothing will happen. So yeah, the struggle is real. So hey, that's danger. So unfortunately for me, my coffee was just not in the right angle, or I was just I think I was rushing to do something and to finish up something quickly. So that's why I couldn't. Hello, lovely lady. Hey. Welcome. Hope you're having an amazing afternoon. We're almost done, actually. I want this live to just be an hour because, today is another busy day. It's another busy day. But hello to you. Hey, Bussy. Yes. Si, but not Bussy. Si, but not Bussy. Okay, but yeah, it does it somehow sounds the same. See, boo see. Yeah. All right. So where were we? So for you to now we are remember we were on personal branding. Sibu, you'll catch up, my queen. We actually finished touching on how to make a personal brand. So now we are on how to make a business brand. So at least you will get that part, and then you will just maybe do a replay for the personal brand if it interests you, my queen, right? So yeah. Anyway, funny story. I was just telling all things women of His Glory that my coffee spill on my table, and if you saw my Instagram story, you're gonna see the picture of that coffee. So it almost spilled on my phone and laptop. So yeah, the day was like, it was closer to being like destroyed, but yeah, all worked out for the best. So we move. So define your brand, guys. Define your brand. It's important. Okay, honey, you'll catch up later. Super awesome. So defining your brand is very important, especially in business. I mean, this is a business brand. You need to be able to define it. And it's not like a personal, you can get away with a lot when it comes to personal brand, because as much as a personal brand is um, it's real and you need to be clear and all that, you can get away with certain things because it really has to do a lot with you as a person, you as an individual, your interests and all of that, who you are, what you're about, what you like and all that. So when it comes to business, is really something that can be a little bit tricky, because if you can't or define the scope of your business clearly, how do you intend to work with other people? How do you intend to engage with other clients? How do you intend to make sure that you somehow build a customer database of people that will buy into your services and all of that? And how do you pitch for business deals and all of that if you can't define your business brand? So make sure that you're able to do that, because when it comes to business, you are not just in business. A lot of us are in business, and there's more competition on business, because if we are the same, we are two different companies, but we offer the same service, which is not an issue of maybe you copied me, but it's the fact that you know what, I coincidentally had to move to Cape Town. When I got to Cape Town, the same building that I'm working on, I happened to realize that, or the building that I bought, I happened to realize that the person next door to my building actually offers the same services. So it's a question of, oh my word, how am I gonna make sure that I don't end up losing out on business because of the competition? How do I do it better? So defining your brand, your business brand, and being clear about it, and also having obviously a structure in place as to how you're going to roll it out, regardless if the competition is there. Doing your SWOT analysis, of course. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your advantages? What are your what are your opportunities? What are the threats that are available there? So it's important to ask yourself such things. All right. So define your brand, your business brand. Okay. Sibu says, oh my God, thank you. The laptop and phone are safe. Yo, that's my homework, like everything. Yonke, like everything. I know. I'm telling you, if both of them had coffee, like right now, because I normally have coffee. I'm having, it's more like an energy booster. I'm like, it's a vitamin, like vitamins, but you would normally have vitamins in the morning, whatever, just to boost yourself and all that. So this is in the form of a powder. So I just mixed water and had that. I don't even want to smell coffee for the rest of the day, because it almost messed up. I love it, but it almost messed up my my day. Unless of course later I'm gonna need it, then I will obviously not. I mean, I'm gonna be forced to drink it. Mm, mm. The sugar in this is too much. This powders. Kind regards to all. Hey, so grateful. Good to see you. Just passing by to show support. We'll watch shortly, fully later. So as not to miss the wisdom. Happy week. You so kind. You so kind. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And yeah, you can definitely catch up later. I think if you intend to build your personal and business brand and to know the difference, this will be insightful for you. But thank you so much for stopping by. Much love and appreciation to you. Hey, what's cooking in the kitchen? Cooking in the kitchen. Cooking in the kitchen. What are you currently cooking? Good morning to you. What are you cooking there? What are you cooking? So it's good morning to you. It's good morning. What's in the kitchen, Eugene? What's in the kitchen? What are you cooking? What are you cooking for us? Thank you for joining. Much love and appreciation to you. So we just spoke about, so Eugene, am I spelling you right? So if you tend to build your personal and business brand, this video is for you, right? This video is definitely for you. Okay, what's the next one? So the next one is use the most effective marketing strategy. So the most effective, good morning all the way in SA. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good one. I'm already on midday. We are on middays, like it's almost 2:00 and I almost split coffee on my laptop and phone. So yeah, my day was almost gonna get messed up, but it wasn't. And then we move, right? We move. All right, so use the most effective marketing strategies. It's important to take advantage of the effective marketing strategies that are available online. Number one, we can obviously look into, okay, how best can you market your business? Right now we know, digital marketing is the way. And digital marketing can be broken down into different parts, right? Different areas. Meaning, number one, building a good online presence, engaging or creating platforms on all social media, taking advantage of all social media platforms, making sure that you optimize whatever work that you do so that it can somehow help you market your business better. Market your business better in different areas of business or whatever the case may be. All right. So make sure that you use that. And obviously, there are also different strategies. Like, for example, there are platforms that you also use. Let's say, for example, your most effective marketing strategy would be you working with your clients in a particular way. You introduce that model to them, even your team for that matter. If you guys use a strategy of trying to engage or get work done through engagement, whether you guys do your or what strategize or categorize your tasks on all these task platforms. Like, for example, you can think of Monday.com, you can think of a Trello, like building that plan and all of that. And it also helps with obviously making sure that you execute whatever marketing strategy, because if every information is in place, you guys can work well, right? But I think the most important one is actually the one way, or the platforms, or the gateways, the certain parts, online spaces that can actually work for your brand and somehow market the business. So you look into that quite more, because if you're going to invest in that and it's effective and it's helping your business grow, then that means that you will somehow see progress, your business will grow, and yeah, you will see some kind of lights and things will just happen for your business, right? So you can't just say that I'm just using any marketing strategy, and you can't just allow anyone to just come out of nowhere to say, okay, I can offer you this, I can offer your business this, if it's not in line with your business goal, if it's not in line with your the vision of your business, the vision of your company, the vision of whatever that you are working on as a business person, it means that it might just be a problem. If that is not if their tone is not talking to yours, if their messaging or how they deliver their messaging is different from yours, then you can't dwell into that. All right, you can't dwell on that one. So use the effective marketing strategies available, and make sure that effective means that whatever that you use, whatever platform that you decide to use, it somehow brings in results. It's not an issue of, okay, this is the business, this does that, I can just create ads or boost ads on YouTube and all that, and then that's it. It doesn't work like that. You have to firstly check, okay, or test it and see, does it work? Am I able to achieve what I want to achieve? Am I able to get the results? So can I continue with this strategy? Is it effective? So those are the little things that you, excuse me, I'm drooling, the little things that you look into, right? So the last one, the last point, guys, ooh, the sugar in this vitamin, ugh, it's disgusting. It's too much. Sorry there. Now we're on the last point, and then I'll be out of your way. So stay true to your brand. Staying true to your brand, guys. This is my number one for each and everything that we spoke about today, or the best point for me. And I left it last. That's fine, but it's the most important. And mainly because if you are not true, if you don't stay true to your brand, to your business brand, then it's not going to win. You're bound to fail, unfortunately. If you don't stay true to your brand, you are bound to fail, or it's bound to fail. Because if you're not aware of what your business brand is all about, what it believes in, or what it's designed for, and if you're not true by knowing all of those things and knowing exactly what are the loopholes, what are the things that need to be worked on and all of that, if you cannot see those things, if you cannot differentiate, if you cannot somehow put your head together in terms of understanding how your business brand works and all that, it means that you will have a problem. And also staying true to your brand, I think it's a little bit personal. It's personal. For me, it's personal. And I'll tell you why. I'll make an example. I don't know if you guys know Gary Vee. So Gary Vee owns Gary Vee Media, or what is it? V Media, something like that. And then he built a good brand for his parents, the wine brand. He is well established. He owns, I think it's a media agency, a media company as well. So they just do amazing things for different brands, and he's just amazing. He is, yeah. If you don't like vulgar words, unfortunately, That's what you will get a lot of times. He uses the F word almost every time, but you know what? I always, for me, I'm like, I focus on what I need to hear, because if I'm just gonna focus on the F word, it means that I'm gonna miss out on the good things or the good advice that this person has. So I'm not even bothered by the F word. It's his personality. It doesn't even harm me, and it doesn't even make him a bad person and everything. He's just, anyway, you know. And who am I to judge? Even, like, who am I to judge? You know. So yeah, but if maybe you probably saw his video and didn't watch because you had the F word and you decide, I'm not watching, kind of rethink that, especially if you want to grow your brand, your business, or whatever. You know, try to learn from others that know better, that have experimented. And you know, I think it's easy for us to, or it's easy for a person or a business to really do even bigger things when they have at least gotten some kind of input or a guidance or some kind of an idea from other businesses. And this is me not saying that businesses are the same. Yes, they can be different. It's possible that what they're offering is totally different to what you're offering, but that does not mean that there isn't anything that you can take out of that, right? Right. So I almost lost my train of thought because I'm looking at the comment. Let me just finish explaining this part. So basically saying straight, basically staying, not slaying, staying true to your brand will somehow help you to see how far it can go, or to see where it is. And you being true, it means that you become so accountable to a point where you don't miss out on just about anything that happens, and you are clear enough about where the current where the performance. I think when it comes to the performance of the business, for example, if you are true to your business brand, when you see that the performance is dropping and everything, you will note that and do something about it and say, okay, I think we had a drop on 1, 2, 3. So the question comes, how can we do it better? How can we make it better? So think about those things and find a way to honestly what evaluate, or some kind, or somehow point out the things that could actually be important or not important. And yeah, just be truthful. And like I said, this is more of a personal thing, because you as a boss, or you as a business owner, you know that you have to work twice as hard when it comes to your business. You need to work twice as hard. You can't just work what you can't just work partially, like partly, or maybe just 5% or 10% or even 50%, and expect your staff, your company members, your teammates to do more of the work. Unfortunately, normally people think it should be the other way around, and we know that there are companies that really have those bad bosses, bad managers that feel like you need to do all the work and all of that. But if you're a business owner, you know for a fact that this is your business. If you're not going to put in the work, it means that if something happens, that it doesn't succeed, it means that there won't be any money. And the same people that you're expecting to do work, they'll be coming to you and looking at you in the eye to say, so what's happening with the business? Why don't we have money? You get my point. So something like that. So make sure that you really stay true to your brand. And also do not, something about staying true to your brand is that you don't allow just anyone to come and try to tell you how to run your brand, or to tell you the best way to really work on something and everything like that. Yes, it's okay to be guided through, or to somehow what level up from what competitors are doing and everything. But staying true to your brand is staying true to your values, the values that you have, culturally. So even with how you operate and do things. And something about a business, guys, the values are quite important. Values in a business, they're super important, because the values are the reason to explain how even the workers, the staff members, are actually being, like, how are they performing, how are they excited to come to work each and every day? Are they looking forward to engage? Are they looking forward to do their work? Are they looking forward to just coming to that company that you run? So the values say a lot. The culture of the company. How is the mood there? Is it that thing of everyone, when they get to the office, everyone goes to their desk and just starts working, and then that's it. It's the end of the day. If that's the case, then those are some of the things that needs to be looked into, and that is staying true to your business brand. And you make sure that you practice what you say, or you put that into practice. You can't say that some of your values is to make sure that you treat your staff members right, and you do right by them. Basically, it can be in many different ways, yet you do the opposite. They're always complaining and all that. So that is not you being true to your business brand. All right, so I'm hoping that you really have gained something out of this video. And this is not a video that is only for someone who already has a business, or who is like just starting a business. Even if you haven't started it, this could probably be what be useful for you in the next year, a couple of years after, because you'll be like, you know what, I actually listened to that kind of conversation, and this is actually now what I want to venture into. Now you will revisit that conversation, think, okay, what did I take note of? How can I apply it, and how can I make sure that I do the things that needs to be done? So those are some of the things that you need to take note of. And then we are done. 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 Let me read your comments. Let me read your comments. Let me read your comments. So, like I said, we are done with the video of the day. Let's see the comments we have. Okay, absolutely. You agree with me, my queen. Super awesome. The fact that you agree with me, listen, I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. Sibu says, I think when it comes to branding, I feel I'm really bad. I'm really a baby in nursery. Still so it's half. You know what, let me read English properly. I think when it comes to branding, I feel I'm really a baby in nursery still, so it's helpful to watch this information. It is really helpful to watch it, Cebu, because already you're a brand and you have established a brand. You are a content creator, so it's important that you know the differences. And something about having a personal brand, like it or not, it eventually grows to being, or grows to giving birth to a business brand, if I'm making sense. So when that happens, is that okay, once you've discovered a great personal brand, the dogs, when you've discovered a great personal brand, you give birth to a business brand. When you, for example, you decide, okay, you probably want to offer a specific service or a product to the community that you have. Now it means that is like the business side of things. So branding on its own, it's big, but it's super important. And especially if you're a content creator, this is for you. Like, it's quite important. I need one of your yellow earrings. How much for a pair? All right, so this pair is 69 rand. So you can get a pair for 69 rand. Yeah, 69. I think it's 70 rand basically. So you can get a pair for 69 rand. And where are you located, by the way? We can speak on Instagram. You can DM me, then we can engage on that. All right. So yeah. So currently, based on me and my team, I think 79 rand. I mean 69 rand is the price that we have put. But yeah, all details will be revealed soon. Actually, I will be posting out the content quite soon. So I just don't want to, I don't want to get people hyped up and post something and then, yeah. So I quickly need to work on that this week. Hopefully, keeping my fingers crossed. Actually, it's going to happen. It has to happen. Remember yesterday we spoke about getting organized. So my week, I've organized my week already. I woke up in the morning and did my exercise. After doing my morning exercise, I obviously made sure that I completed a task for a client. The client is happy. By the time I started this live, my client was ready and happy with the work that I've done for them. So it's all good. It's all good. So after this, I'm gonna pause a little bit and probably relax my mind for like 30 minutes to an hour, probably read a book for 30 minutes and maybe relax, maybe take a 30 minutes nap and come back to send out invoices. And after that, I have to create a YouTube video again. So yeah, that's what's up. Okay, dear, this was so insightful and informative. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. I'm glad that you enjoyed this. Do those earrings come in purple and pink? At this point, I don't have purple and pink. So the pink that I have, okay, let me remove the mic and show you the pink that I have. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. So the pink that I currently have is this one. This is the only pink that I have. The purple one, I actually, there is purple, but I don't have them. It's because I don't like that purple color. It's not this nice purple that, I don't know. I wish I had something to show you. It's not the nice purple. It's that dark purple that kind of looks like it's almost going to navy and all that. So I don't think I would want to put that in the collection. Yeah, so no. My service providers, I was like, no, this is not the color I would want to go for. So at this very moment, we've got this colors. We've got red, we've got brown, red, brown, black, and yellow, and green as well. So there's green. You know what? You guys will see them on my Instagram soon. But at this point, we don't have that purple. It's not a nice purple. I wouldn't even advise you to get it because I don't like it. It's not a nice purple. So that's why I'm not even advertising that or even wearing the purple ones. So yeah. But if you still feel like you are keen on wanting to get those, I can take a picture for you and to actually tell you which purple it is, and then you can decide. If you still want them, then I'll organize them for you. And yeah, happy client, happy me, right? So that is important. Darling, you know what? I'll be honest with you and not even run around the bushes at this moment. I don't think I am shipping internationally, because it's like I haven't really, discovered which proper shipping method I'm gonna use. So at this point, I'm still just doing it locally, but I'll work on it. I'll work on it as soon as today, as soon as possible, to see how best I can make sure that you guys internationally in the US are able to get the earrings. All right. So thank you so much for that. I will work on that. And yeah. Can you please give me your Instagram name? So I am Real Talk with Ntabi on Instagram. So just say Real Talk with Ntabi. You will find me there, honey. You'll find me there, okay? Okay, all right. Thank you, Queen. Yes, 100% Tabi. So it's important to cover the basis of personal brand before embarking on a business brand. I hope I understand you clearly. Honey, you understand me clearly, and we are on the same page. And with that said, I think we can call it a wrap. Guys, thank you so much. I love and appreciate you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your engagement. It's just been super amazing. And yeah, I guess this is me signing out. Until the next video, love you and keep safe. Do whatever that you can to make sure that you grow your brand, you focus on your business brand or your personal brand, and yeah, make things happen. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna jump into what Instagram now and just do a quick video, quick live on personal branding, quick one, just a quick one. So yeah, since we are done here, if you are on Instagram, you can just come there and just like and go because you already watched it from here. So yeah, with that said, guys, love you always and have yourself an amazing morning, day, evening, afternoon, yonkindo, everything. Love you guys. I'm out of here. I am out of here. Cheers for now. Mwah.